Late Nite L.O.A.D. The Late Nite L.O.A.D. Welcome to the Late Nite L.O.A.D. Late Nite L.O.A.D.
Hey everybody, Web C here, and welcome to the Late Nite L.O.A.D. And hopefully the rest of the team is going to be. Where's all my stuff? It's all messed up. Okay, here we go. Now we're back. The rest of the crew should be filing in here shortly to the show, so we shall see how that goes. My computer mouse is very angry. Very, very angry. Angry computer mouse. So let's go double check and see what those guys are doing. Yep, time to get in her. Time to go. We are live and it's time for the show. Everybody, let's go. All right, so what we're going to be looking at tonight to start the show off, kick the show off, is my daughter's commander deck that I've been working on with her for a little while. She chose the commander, and she chose the creatures that she wanted to use. So we'll go through that, and we'll discuss strategy and how this deck works and what its format. If it's like we'll discuss how competitive the format of this deck is as we go through and talk about the cards that I've helped her with and helped her assemble for her deck. So, yeah. Other than that, I just wanted to get this show going, but I want the rest of the team to be here too. So, as you can see, it's all bright and stuff over there. That's where we're working. I got the secondary camera up. So we will we'll go from there. But it's the Late Nite L.O.A.D, and that's what we do. We talk about all sorts of crazy things, conspiracy theories, what's going on in video game worlds, all sorts of stuff. Talk about events that are going on, we eat snacks, talk trash, and have a great time. So you guys are new to the show, hit like, subscribe, share. Let us know how you like it. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you like. Is the show just right? But everything's a little bit different today. I ran a blank image for us at the beginning of the show for 15 minutes, I think, about, just to give it a little test run to see how that would work. Or if it would draw some people in or whatnot. So maybe next time I'll edit it a little bit for it to say, we're coming. Where's Leprechaun? I know he's supposed to be working on it. Hey. You'll see. Nobody's coming through. It's going to be a quiet Friday. You guys are just going to hear me chewing. Chewing on a fruit snack. All right. Tonight's, I don't know how I should put it, but tonight's deck edit is powered by Magic the Gathering Mint card. Pretty cool. All right. Well, they'll file it. He'll get here. He knows what he's doing. He's got a link. He can get there. So, this is the commander of the deck. His name is Urza, Prince of Krug. Legendary creature, human artificer. Artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. Pay 6. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control, except it's a 1/1 soldier creature in addition to its other types. And this creature has 2/3 for its power and toughness. 2 power, 3 toughness. No flip sides or anything like that, and it's a really nice art. I like it. So she picked this out. Urza is like one of my favorite characters in the Magic spectrum. He's been taken out of the game for quite a while, and they finally brought him back. They were like, "Well, he's dead," and it was like, "Well, you keep bringing other people back." All right. So, I believe I have the 5 cards that we're going to be taking out of this deck set aside. So, those 5 cards are going to be coming out. We got 5 cards going in. I know they won't be doubles or anything. These cards were just special ordered for the deck. All right, so the creature type that my daughter went with for the deck is called Myr, M-Y-R, or Myr, M-Y-R. I don't know. It's Myr or Myr. So she went with that. So we went through all the cards that we have throughout all of Magic history and looked for all the, all the different cards. And what we ended up finding were all these different cards. Uh-oh. Hey. Leprechaun made it here. Hey. How's it going, Leprechaun?
Made it. What are you doing with your cards out? Because I got my cards out too.
Hey. We just got done talking about the commander first, but we're doing a final edit on Caden's artifact creature deck.
Let's go.
Yep. So I was just going to go through her main creature stash that she wants as her main creature pile. So this is what we're going for. She has Myr Kinsmith. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a Myr card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. This is super awesome because this is like a tutor for any of these other cards that are sitting in my hand right now, right? So that's pretty cool. The next card is 2 and a blue, Myr or Sacramite Myr. It's a 2/1 creature, has 2 abilities. First one is pay 2. This creature gains flying until end of turn, and the next one is pay 2, sacrifice this creature, and draw a card. Alloy Myr is a mana dork that taps for any of one color. Pay 3 to cast him. He's a 2/2 creature. Shimmer Myr, it has flash. It's a 2/2, and this gives you the ability to cast all your artifacts as though they had flash. So that's pretty cool. Myr Battlesphere. This is one of the big dogs for the Myr tank. He's kind of like your win con in the deck, or one of your win cons. When it enters the battlefield, put 4 colorless Myr artifact creature tokens onto the battlefield. When this creature attacks, Myr Battlesphere, you may tap up to X untapped Myr creatures you control. If you do, this creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn and deals X damage to defending player, where X is tapped creatures. Myr Galvanizer. Other Myrs you control get +1/+1. Untap each other Myr creature you control if you pay 1 and tap this guy. He's a 2/2 Myr. Most Myrs are below 3 attack. They're not big, strong creatures. In this deck's kind of different. I kind of put this deck together in the idea of making the Myrs like big, strong creatures. So it's kind of fun. So Myr Custodian, when it enters the battlefield, scry 2, then each opponent may scry 1. Yeah, okay. And he's a 2/3 for 3. A blue mana dork, Silver Myr, 2, and he's a 1/1. He taps for a blue mana. Perilous Myr, when it dies, it deals 2 damage to any target. Pay 2, and it's a 1/1 creature itself. Myr Welder, exile target artifact card from a graveyard. It's got imprint, so it has all activated abilities of all cards exiled with it. So you can bounce this card back and forth to your hand and exile a couple different cards. Make this dude something a little bit more fearsome. Uh, Iron Claw Mirror, or Ichor Claw Mirror. There we go. Not Iron Claw, Ichor Claw. It has Infect. It's a 1/1. When it becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So if it gets blocked, it becomes a 3/3 with Infect. And then Darksteel Mirror. That's a indestructible mirror creature 0/1. It casts for 3. So remember, all these dudes look small, but remember the commander is giving it a +2/+2 bonus as soon as it hits the field because it's an artifact. So that's like a major bonus, a step bonus right there. Now, the secondary creature set that Caden has in her deck is called Arcbound. And these creatures are just basically artifact creatures that have a special ability called Modular. So each one's going to have Modular plus its own little special ability to go with it. So Arcbound Slith, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on Arcbound Slith. Modular 1. So this creature will come into play with a 1/1 counter on it for the 1. And then when it's put into a graveyard, you may put its 1/1 counters on target artifact creature. So if you build up more than one 1/1 counter on it, it gives you the ability to move all those counters on it when it dies to another artifact creature. So that's a pretty cool, that's the cool concept about the Arcbound. Is they all have that modular. But some of these Arcbounds have other things that make it even better to have. So Arcbound Fiend, he costs 6 colorless to cast. He has Fear. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move a 1/1 counter from target creature onto Arcbound Fiend. So that's like you can make him collect everybody else's counters and beef him up if you want. He has Modular 3, so he comes into play as a 3/3 and with the modular ability. Arcbound Crusher is cast for 4. He has Trample. Whenever another artifact comes into play, put a 1/1 counter on Arcbound Crusher, and he enters with a modular 1 counter. Arcbound Reclaimer has modular 2. It casts for 4. Remove a 1/1 counter from him. Put target artifact card from your graveyard on top of your library. So he's going to like kind of keep your deck alive for you. He's kind of cool to have. A flyer. Arcbound Stinger, it's a modular 1 flyer. Arcbound Bruiser, it's just it's just supposed to be the big guy that doesn't have a specific job. Arcbound Lancer has First Strike, costs 7, and it has modular 4. It seems like a big dude to have in the deck, but there's only a couple of the big Arcbound dudes, so might as well have them all. And then Arcbound Hybrid has haste and modular 2 for 4 to cast. Arcbound Overseer, cast it for 8. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a 1/1 counter on each creature with modular that you control. He comes in with a modular 6 bonus. Arcbound Prototype has modular 2, costs 1 and a white mana to cast, no special ability. So those are the main 2 creature constants in the deck. And then there's a bunch of what I would call support creatures. There's not a lot, but there's a bunch. And then there's also a bunch of other things. We'll go through those next. For the artifacts. Is that where we're at? We're at the creatures? Okay, other creatures. So these are going to be creatures that don't match either one of the other creature types, but give the deck a play bonus or some sort of help. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile that card from your graveyard. If you do, you may play that card this turn. So that's kind of cool. I think. I could see it as a defensive mechanism against somebody else making you mill your hand or whatever constantly, right? Okay. Next creature on our stack is Blade Griff Prototype. It's a cast for 5. It's a 3/2. It has flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, destroy target non-land player permanent of that player's choice that one of your opponents controls. So it's kind of funny, but that player doesn't have to destroy his own thing. He just has to destroy something on the field that doesn't belong to you. So that's a fun card. I was like, yeah, that's a way to clear some nasty stuff off the field. Chief of the Foundry. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+1. It casts for 3 and it's a 2/3 creature. Chrome Courier. 1, a white, and a blue. It has 1/1, 1 attack, 1 defense. Flying. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. If you put an artifact card into your hand this way, you gain 3 life. Since there's so many artifacts in this deck, that's so valuable. That's such a great way to gain 3 life. When Karn is a super old legendary artifact creature, super awesome guy. When he blocks or becomes blocked, he gets -4/+4, so he becomes a 0/8 until end of turn. But his cool ability is down here. You can pay 1 and target non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its casting cost until end of turn. That's really cool because you could have like a 6 cost artifact on the field, pay 1, and now you have a 6/6 creature to block with. So Karn's great in this deck. Ethereum Sculptor. He costs 1 in a blue. He's a 1/2. And his ability is artifact spells you cast cost 1 colorless less to cast. That's amazing too. That's just making you speeding up your deck, helping get out all those extra creatures and stuff. Koldotha, Forge Master. Tap him, sacrifice 3 artifacts, search your library for an artifact, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. He casts for 5 and he's a 3/5 with defense. That's like a never-ending tutor in a big artifact deck, especially when you're doing things like creating tokens and stuff of little creatures that you can just throw away and make more of. So that's pretty cool. Ornithopter, it's a 0/2 flyer, cast for nothing. It's a quick early game defender. Can't argue against it, and it's an artifact creature. Cloudblazer. Not super sure this creature is going to stay in the deck 100%, but it's going to be here for a while because when it enters the battlefield, it gives you a 2-card draw. That's a pretty good feat. You get a 2/2 flyer, you gain 2 life as well. So for 5 mana, that's kind of expensive, but at the same time, the 2-card draw is pretty good.
The 2-card draw is nice. I mean, you'd almost be for the card draw. You'd almost be better off just putting a 3-cost 2-card draw in there, just so that way, if she really needs the card draw, she can get it for cheaper and still maybe be able to cast something with that extra 2 mana.
Yep. The next person is Sai, Master Thopterist. He casts for 2 and a blue. He's a 1/4 creature. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. You can pay 1 in a blue, sacrifice 2 artifacts, and draw a card. So I definitely tried to give her more than 1 draw card engine in this deck. So Grand Architect. It's a creature 1/3, costs 1 and 2 blue to cast. Other blue creatures you control get +1/+1. You can pay a blue and target artifact creature becomes blue until end of turn. You can tap untap blue creature you control and get 2 colorless mana to your mana pool to spend on artifact spells or activate artifact abilities. And then the last non-creature is a Sunblast Angel. Costs 6 to cast, flying. When it enters the battlefield, destroy all tapped creatures. That's pretty much, that's support. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, those are all pretty good support cards. So that won't be too bad. That little board wipe, it's not a major board wipe, but it's a big enough board wipe to help you get somebody else out of the game real quick if you can. Now we're going to go into this next thing is the artifacts. We'll go into the artifacts next. And they're not separated, so it'll be the equipments and let's I'll do the equipments first. Hold on. It won't take too long to separate them. All right. So the first equipment is Seraphic Greatsword. It costs 1 and a white to cast. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Whenever equipped creature attacks the player with the most life or tied for the most life, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying that's tapped and attacking that player. So that's a pretty beast equipment. So I was like, yeah, we'll do that. Our next equipment is a Dragon Throne of Tarkir. Equipped creature has Defender. Pay 2 and tap that creature. Other creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. It costs 3 to equip. So, like I said, with the Arcbound and stuff and the modular, you beef up one of those Arcbound dudes, give him the throne, and then all your little mere token dudes can become super big and annoying really fast. So that's a good attack phase. That's a good moving forward attack thing. Explore scope. Whenever your creature attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Equip 1, cast 1. Black Blade Reforged, 2 to cast. Legendary artifact. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. You can pay 3 to equip a legendary creature or 7 to equip it. It's an expensive equip cost, but I was thinking, this would be it's just a commander out if she wanted to ever just win by attacking with her commander. This would make her commander big, fast, and she'd be able to 2 turns take someone out with her commander with that. I was like, that's cool. Next equipment is Chariot of Victory. Equipped creature has first strike, trample, and haste. It costs 3 to play and 1 to equip. That's pretty good. I mean, the first strike and the haste are really good to have. Yes, Grimoire. I guess we're out of the equipments. So those are the equipments. I think it's like 4 or 5. So that's not too many. Guess Grimoire. Whenever an opponent discards a card from his or her hand, you may draw a card. It costs 4 to cast this artifact, but it's just one of those also little side engines that if your opponent's doing something where they have to draw a card, discard a card, well, then you get to draw a card then. So it's pretty cool that way. Fabrication module. I don't know if I'm going to keep this in here, but it kind of like generates things itself. So you pay 4 and tap it to get an energy counter. And when you get an energy counter, you can put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. So you don't have to do anything with the energy counters. You can just pay every turn to get them to give one creature a 1/1 counter. So that's, busy work. That's like on the board busy work. I got a Soul Ring. Everybody should know what a Soul Ring is. Pay 1. It's an artifact that gives you 2 mana. Sissy's Ring is the same thing, but this one costs 4 and it gives you 2 mana. I have Azorius Keyrune. Pay 3, add a white or a blue, or you can pay a white and a blue, and this becomes a 2/2 bird creature token. Or bird, yeah. Darksteel Forge, cast for 9. Artifacts you control are indestructible. Aether Flux Reservoir. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. Pay 50 life. Aether Flux Reservoir deals 50 damage to target creature or player. Golem Foundry. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may put a charge counter on Golem Foundry. Remove 3 charge counters. Create a 3/3 colorless Golem artifact. Mirror Reservoir. Add 2 mana to your mana pool. Spend this mana only to cast mirror spells or activate ability of mirror. And then you can pay 3 and tap this and return target mirror from your graveyard to your hand. And then Mycosynth Lattice. All permanents are artifacts in addition to the other types. All cards aren't in play are all colorless. Players may spend mana as over any color. So that's her artifact stack. Here is the small pile of non-artifact, so instances and sorceries and stuff. Very small pile. Frantic Salvage. Put any number of target artifacts from your graveyard on top of your library and draw a card. That's for 4. That's a really good card for this deck because I mean, right after a board wipe, if you play Frantic Salvage, you're getting your whole field state back, unless it's an exile board wipe. So getting your whole field stage back, yeah, that's pretty good. Like, I'll take that. So I was like, Caden could use that. Like that's a really good card for her to get. And our next one is a blue instant, 4 and 2 blue. Return target creature to its owner's hand. You put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of that creature. That's an amazing card. I like it. It's got two good things. It's a little spendy, but you're copying your opponent's creature that you're getting off the field. So that's pretty good. Dovin's Veto, 1 white and 1 blue. It's an instant. This spell can't be countered. Counter target non-creature spell. So it's just a little counter spell. Sphinx's Insight, draw 2 cards for 4 mana. If you cast a spell during your main phase, you gain 2 life. Planeswalker, Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. The first activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less to activate. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact card. That's its +1. -2. Target artifact becomes an artifact creature. If it isn't a vehicle, it has base power and toughness 4/4. -6. You get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control becomes tapped, draw a card. That's kind of cool. Plea for power. Will of the council. Starting with you, each player votes for time or knowledge. If time gets more votes, take an extra turn after this one. If knowledge gets more votes or the vote is tied, draw 3 cards. I was like, hey, that's cool. Tempered Steel. Artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. Duelist Heritage. For 2 and a white. It's an enchantment. Whenever one or more creatures attack, you may have target attacking creature gain double strike until end of turn. All right. Now, let's go ahead and see if we have any special lands. Karn's Bastion. You can proliferate with Karn's Bastion for 4. Which is pretty cool to have. Rogue's Passage. Target creature can't be blocked this turn if you pay 4 and tap Rogue's Passage. New Benalia enters the battlefield tapped. You can scry 1 when it enters the battlefield. Access Tunnel. Target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. It's like another Rogue's Passage for small creatures. So I was like, that's cool. Opal Palace. Exotic Orchard, and Command Tower. So those are the special lands. Just other than that, whites, and then here's the spells that I did have in that are coming out for the 5 spells that are about to go in. So I had Caden liked these two-piece spells or whatever, where it's like Protect and Serve or Dispose of Deploy. Like, I was like, they're cute and all, but they don't really fit the deck. So, an equipment, we're taking out Bloodforged Battle Axe is one of the cards we're taking out. Transplant Theorist is coming out, and so is Soulblade Jin. These are all cards that didn't really make the cut. So let's talk about what's going into the deck to complete the deck. We have a Knighted Myr, which is a Myr that has leveled up to become a knight. He has Adapt 1 for 2 and a white. If this creature has no 1/1 counter on it, put a 1/1 counter on it. And then whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on this creature, it gains double strike until end of turn. So that's pretty cool, right? I was like, hey, that's interesting. So he's coming into the deck. Next are 2 Arcbound creatures. First one has Lifelink and Modular 1 for 1 white. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. And it's a foil. Like, that's really cool. I like that foil. What do you think, Leprechaun?
That's a sexy foil. I like that a lot.
All right, and the next Arcbound creature coming in is Arcbound Javelineer. and it's a soldier. Costs 1 white to cast. You can tap it and remove X 1/1 counters from Arcbound Javelineer. It deals X damage to target attacking or blocking creature, and it has modular 1. All right. And then Mere Turbine is the next card going into the deck. Tap Mere Turbine, put a 1/1 colorless Mere artifact creature token onto the battlefield. All right, and then this one is tap this, tap 5 untapped Mere you control. Search your library for a Mere card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So this dude's just all about getting your creatures, getting your Mere team out. Same thing pretty much with this next one. It's a little bit different though. So Mere Incubator, sacrifice Mere Incubator, search your library for any number of artifacts, remove them from the game, then put that many 1/1 Mere artifact creature tokens into play. Then shuffle your library. So Mere Incubator is to combo with the Battle Spear. If you're really looking to just end the game and pump your Battle Spear and blow through the crowd, like that's what you're going to use is the Mere Incubator with the Battle Spear, and you're going to cash your deck out and just make a whole bunch of Meres. But the Turbine, on the other hand, you can slowly build up and really make a lot of Meres with the Turbine. So I was like, all right, well, definitely have both of those in for options. So and that should complete this deck. I mean, it's a pretty solid build. I like the way it plays. I don't know. Caden, it's funny because it definitely reflects a lot of the style that I play, but Caden definitely she picked the creatures and she went through all the cards and picked most of them, and there's only like I think about 10 cards that I picked that are like, all right, these are the ones that I should put in here just to help her along, and she was thrilled. So.
Yeah, no, I like that deck a lot. I've gotten to see it play.
And then Dustin's deck is pretty much done. His deck's pretty nasty. His new one is super simple and nasty at the same time. He doesn't know that, or he's forgetting that he needs to build up, and he's not realizing he needs to. If his opening hand isn't what it needs to be, he's not going back and mulliganing or anything. So we told him last time we played with him, like, hey man, you should really, you should focus on the mulligans here, like.
Maybe next time I play with him, I'll just kind of give him my peace of mind, and I mean like my whole thought process is I want my fair share of starting lands and stones and dorks. And I mean that's really all I really want. I just want to start off. My deck is built for me to draw all the rest of the things for me to be able to win with that deck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you got one of your key cards that's not too expensive that you can get out fairly early that can help you kind of set up, cool, keep it. But other than that, I want to be producing land and then producing more draw engines or whatever, depending on what deck I'm using. But yeah, I mean, I'll discard some of my favorite cards during my mulligan in my starting hand just because it's my deck's supposed to be full of those. I'll get that one or another one later on while I'm drawing when I actually be beneficial.
Yeah, exactly. So. Super. I think that's a pretty solid deck. I'm super happy with it. I'm glad I finally was able to get it all put together for her. And next time she plays with it, she'll be happy. Yep. So we can switch away from here. And we'll just open right up into some Magic the Gathering Arena real quick and hang out on that while we talk. Leprechaun sent me a message earlier in the week about these dragons in China. So I looked into the report, The only report that I'm getting is from a very sketchy source. So I'll let you know what it said, real like in brief context. But it says back in 2018 or 19, it was between 2016 and 2018, they found a dragon carcass thawing out in the ice in the mountains in China. They harvested DNA from that dragon, and then they have been working ever since then to I don't know what is it they sequence they've been working for uh, 5-6 years now to sequence that dragon's DNA. Well, they finally reached it like a year ago. They finally got enough of the DNA sequence to where they could start experimenting and creating baby clones, and that's what we saw. This is what this article is talking about: is these baby clones from this dragon. And so I'm not 100% sure everything about this dragon. Like that's where I'm at with it. Is I'm not 100% sure on everything about this dragon article, but I do know that it's very interesting. And a lot of the dragons that these people that they're showing, these people holding and stuff and displaying for photos and stuff, like they don't look fake. They don't look CGI. They look like somebody hatched a cool looking reptile and was able to hold it in their hand. And some of them aren't fully dragons. Some of them are. Some of them are like drakes. Some of them are like wyverns. So it's like they're getting a mix of the species as well. They're not even just getting just pure dragon. So I'm confused about that too. What do you think, Leprechaun?
I just thought it was just one of those ones where sometimes when I'm scrolling through stuff and something catches my eye, whether I buy into it or not, it's just a fun thought process to kind of
Mm-hmm.
roll down. And
Yeah.
that was just kind of one of those ones, like like a lot of what they were saying. I was like, I could buy into it a little, for shits and giggles, like like I don't know the but the the videos that they showed, it did look really really good.
Mm-hmm.
It looked amazing. Somebody assuming that there's a good chance that it probably is just BS. Somebody took their time and did a great job with those videos.
Right.
Um, but real quick, just to skip back into um uh I bought I haven't gotten to tell you this yet, but I've been super geeked about it. I bought one of the pre-made commander decks for March of the Machines, the Aftermath.
Oh, okay.
And I've been busy, on other things. I really haven't been in the loop, so I had no idea that I was going to get 10 actual plane chase cards with my commander deck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I now got, you know, 10 little fun plane chase cards that came with the commander deck, and I thought that was super cool. I mean, me and you played with them a bunch.
Yep.
I went over to Josh's house on Thursday and pulled them out, and they had a blast with having them right there and it being a part of the matches. It was super dope. It's fun. Like I almost want to go get one of the other commanders to see if I get some different plane chase cards, and
Ooh.
after playing with them in hand, I was even talking to Josh about us just pitching in on it as like a community and just getting a big set of them.
Mm.
Spend $100 on the full set, and just have it there for the community for when we're playing.
Mm.
Um, yeah, no, that was super cool.
Nice. What's this fool doing? We'll let you attack this turn. I built a bear deck
Yeah.
on Magic Arena. Yep, I built the bear deck. Here, I'll show you. This is my commander. Gorka, Terror of Kalsisma. Creature spells. I didn't build him right, but he's the commander. Whatever. Creature spells you cost power 4 or greater, cost 2 less to cast. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It just made me draw a card and lose a life. Uh, this is interesting. I don't know what to think about this. Green. Okay.
So I've been enjoying the Zelda that came out.
Yeah, you just told me that you picked it up and the other night, and you got enough game time in the other night before you passed out.
Yeah. Okay, and then I got there early enough, so I got this dope little sleeve that represents Link's new arm that he gets in this game.
Okay,
Yep, yep.
that's interesting. Cutting arms off and stuff now, huh? Dang, Nintendo, getting aggressive. Yeah. Oh man, this dude is really drawing this out. He should have just.
I hate it when they do that. Like, hey, like because I hate conceding. I'd rather play the match out, even if
Yeah,
you're just smoking me. It's like, go
dude,
ahead, get the
just
W. We'll play it out. But it's
yeah.
like when you're not attacking at all, like like your 4/7 flyer could have took out your 3/3. No
But
problem. Like,
I have
yeah,
two creatures. You got. If you just attack me all out, you can win.
yeah.
So it's drawing it out once again. It's pissing me off. You know what? I'm gonna block. Just to just just to block. I'm gonna block. Let's kill off this creature. Kill off your creature. So you quit thinking that creature's so great. I don't know what this person's strategy is. I don't like it though. Come on, I got 2 life left. Just swing and get it over with. That's all we're waiting on. Swinging and getting it over with. Was I just started playing the Harry Potter Legacy game, Hogwarts Legacy. That game is fantastic. Now, like I was talking with Leprechaun earlier, it's not. I'm not playing it on PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox, so I'm not getting the best graphic quality. But I still feel like even though I'm playing it on an older system, I'm still getting good content, and there's actually quite a lot of good graphics even on the older system and stuff. It still looks really good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game.
No blocks. I'm not blocking. I'm just gonna let this guy just swing away. Oh, excuse me. So thank you. We can be done with that. Did you have fun in this match? No, I can actually tell you. No, I did not have fun in that match. Why? Because that guy drew it out too long. Oh, let's play with my frumpy deck. I had 4 people quit on me last night, 2 turns in after they read my commander.
That's so annoying.
I mean, yeah. It's like take all that time to load into a game and then you're just gonna quit out as soon as you read my commander's abilities. All right, playing against Simic. Oh, I don't like this at all. See, this is like what I'd be telling Dustin. It was like, you can't take this. This is a trash hand. That's better.
That's better.
I can deal with this.
You know,
Let's
get
see,
that white green out first.
Yep. And then we will play this guy.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
um. Oh. On a side note, for ghosts, goblins, and ghouls, a little bit of talk about that. Did you hear recently that there's a conspiracy, like haunted demon possession theory type thing going on about Post Malone, the hip hop artist? He
No.
Yeah, so apparently he was hanging out with Zach Baggins. You know who that guy is, right? The Ghost Hunters dude. Hi, I'm Zach Baggins from
Yeah.
Ghost Hunters. And okay, that guy. Well, anyways, he was hanging out with that dude in Zach Baggins' Museum of Haunted Items, and apparently they like messed with something that was like legit, like you shouldn't haunt it. And anyways, people have been saying like ever since Post Malone touched this item, he's been losing weight and acting real strange during performances and stuff, like not normal Post Malone acting and stuff. So it's just a
He's
little side note.
got a demon in him.
Yep. That's what some people were talking about, and they were like, right here, this is the moment it happened. Like they were like, he was fine, and then all of a sudden, right after this moment, he was not okay. I was like, man, that's crazy. My little goblin dude can throw his firecracker up in the air. Bang.
I love that animation.
Let's see. At the beginning of your upkeep, you took your spot. Oh, I don't need that yet. I need this. Yeah. We'll take that one for this turn. We'll play it too. Sure. Why not? Give me. I don't know what's going on. They haven't played a single creature in 4 turns. It's turn 5. You better play something, man.
Who's the commander?
Their
Highlighted?
commander is the
Oh,
island.
yeah. That's
It's about to get weird up in here. Let's draw some cartage. Come on, it would have been nice to draw Azusa.
he's got a bunch of little stuff he's gonna bring out all at once to turn that dude into a creature this turn.
Yeah. Just gonna throw that up there real quick for a little bit. Let everybody know that Websy Official and the Late Night Load and all the other shows we do at Websy Official are sponsored by Clarksville Hobby Depot. And if you head on over there with this G_Syndicate 10 promo code, you can get 10% off on your next purchase. So
do it.
Head on over there, do that. Our sponsors will be happy. They will make you happy. All right, and we'll get that off the face of that. Okay, sure. We're going to do that. Just since nothing else is really happening. They put a thing on me. These things are new, too. These sieges.
Yep.
These are new. And I don't really understand them too much, but I know when they die, they give your opponent a really nice creature. I don't like it. But I put a siege in one of my decks, I think in my all-white deck. I have this all-white deck that's just evil. It's mostly angels, but it's just an evil deck. What is it? Okay. Yeah, you got a 12/12 creature. Good for you. Okay. And you get to untap all your lands, but you don't have any cards in your hand. What did you just do? They just did something incredibly stupid. Well, I've got the mana to do it. You're tapping creatures? Go ahead. Tap away. So that's what they're doing now. They're using... What is that? That's Thesa, right? Yeah, they're using a Thesa to just tap me away.
Yeah, well, they'll tap your last one right now, and then he'll just swing out on you.
Yeah. That's whack. What?
That was stupid.
That was really dumb. Now you can't attack.
Yeah, now he either didn't think that through or he's just fucking around. Yeah, you should be able to. Oh no, he's still gonna keep tapping.
Yeah. Oh. Either way, you're pretty lame. I do have a card in my deck that allows me to untap, so if I can get to that card. Now you're just wasting time. You got no more mana. Are you done? Can I do things now? No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, you left yourself wide open for that. Well, one more turn. One more turn. You keep up with this BS. One more turn. I'll bring out my commander. I'm going to start sending stuff away, and you're going to be upset. Destroy target. Aw, that was lame. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Yeah, they're setting up for a combo.
Well, that's game.
Yeah. Can they deal 28 damage?
What's that? What's the
His creature's he's got a 9/8 and a 4/5, and that island's a 12/12.
But she should be able to get out here soon.
This is so annoying. Come on. Mm. That's going away. I'm getting rid of that card. Both of those are going away real fast. Are you going to win? Can you deal enough damage? You're almost there. I've got one blocker.
Yeah, all he's got to do is spend 3 mana to remove that, though.
$23, $28. He's got enough to beat me.
Yeah, no, he does.
Now he's just making it excessive.
Yeah.
Can you hurry up? Please, man. Really? And whatever he did caused him to not be able to attack me with that big creature. So now I gotta wait a whole nother turn. And then you're gonna have to go through all that all over again. Not digging it.
No.
No. Come on. I'm just trying to draw a card, guy. That's all I'm trying to do.
No drawing of the cards for you.
Oh no, so super sad. I did all that, and I still played my commander. Ah. He has a chance of winning. I'm just going to go ahead and attack him all out. He only has one creature to block with. Are you serious? What? I don't know how, but we're still duking it out. Yeah, just go ahead and tap all my creatures. Tap, tap-a-roo. Yeah, I don't care about that. What is this card? Wilderness Reclamation. I need to add that to this deck. Sure. I'll block it. I should be able to keep casting my commander anyways. So we good. I put my commander right back on the field. Now let's see what I can do. Um, well, here goes. They're finally gonna. Yeah, I'm still playing that same game.
Yeah, no, it's
This dude is hanging on with too little life. Thank you. You could have done that 4 turns ago. You.
gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. He got all mad because I took away all of his artifacts and equipment. Said he had to help and boost his gameplay. That's cool though. The reclamation card. I'm gonna have to get that. Mm, all right. Sure. I'll take this game. Keep it. 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 Aw. Some of these weaklings playing Power 9. Ba-da-do, ba-da-da-da-da-do. I'm looking at draw 3 cards. 2 turns from now. Oh, they pulled out a Planeswalker. Tasha, Unholy Archmage. Trash. Just trash. No, 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 no. Make him say, no, no, no. Starting out slow, but that's cool. I got this dude, this Dryad of the Illicity Grove. You may play an additional land. Lands you control are every color. That dude's cool. So I can play 2 lands a turn. And that guy over there cannot. And that's why we about to draw 3 cards. In hopes we get 3 lands. Ouch. Didn't get any land cards. Attackers, attackers, attackers. This isn't too bad of a deck. It's not playing too bad right now. I got a flyer now. They look like they're trying to target it too. What does your deck do? That's a mistake. Whatever. They took 3 of my creatures.
That's not nice.
No, straight out of the top of my deck, too. Nothing worth having. So that's okay. A land, a land. Screw it. I'll lose 5 life this turn.
So right now I'm tearing apart my green blue infect deck. I think I am, at least, to edit a different deck, just because I never use it because it's so nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just it's so nasty that it just sits in the forbidden box and I never do anything with it. So I'm debating on tearing it apart to boost up another deck I've been working on. Which still has to do with infect. It's just a little more friendly.
Okay. A little more friendly than infect? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's still an infect deck, but it's a little bit more friendly than my blue-green one, where I just make them unblockable so you can't do anything about it.
Okay. It's a good day. Oh, a good day to be indigenous. I don't know what's up with this midnight clock, but it's gonna be going away. Yeah. Get that crap out of here. Get that crap out of here. Now you just got all those annoying creatures. What you can do about it? Ha! Ooh, that's a big creature. Come on, let me block. What does it take? All the blockages. Let's go. Come on in. That's all you can do. Which creature's giving him? Who's doing that? Yeah, come on, hurry up. Let's do it again. Yeah, say goodbye. Goodbye, creatures. That one was annoying. All right. This is an interesting battle. No, that's fine. He wins. They finally win. All right. I think I'm done playing Magic for the night. That was long and drawn out, but that was like a nice little spell they came across to help them win. Tap all creatures target opponent controls. I got that new I opened a bunch of packs last night on here, and I got that new Gitrog monster card. Thalia and the Gitrog monster. Have you seen it yet?
Show it to me.
I will, because I built a deck out of it. First strike, death touch. You may play an additional land each of your turns. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever this monster attacks, sacrifice a creature or land, then draw a card. That's a pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think it's cool. So my approach to it is make a token deck. That was my approach to it, is make it like it's a token deck, so that as he attacks, you can just sacrifice a token instead of land. And then yeah, it fills out. So that's pretty much what I did.
How's it been playing out for you?
I have only played it a couple times. I haven't actually played it a whole bunch of times, but the one time I did play it, it played out nice, and I won. I won the round. All right, so let's get this down over here. Yeah. So let's see, articles of endearment. Let's see what we got going on here. What? Well, that's an article worth reading. The largest volcano ever just opened up.
Where?
Ooh.
Yep. Yellowstone Park?
Oh, I don't know. We'd be dead if that happened. Looks like it's in Indonesia.
Hmm.
Can you hear this?
No.
Now can you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay, so it was just a volcano in Indonesia cracked open the earth. Oh, did you hear the original voice actor for Katara will not be joining the After the Last Airbender movies?
Why is that?
I don't know. And apparently Tom Holland's being replaced. Oh, he's not being replaced. As Spider-Man's not being replaced. Miss Marvel is apparently trending right now in Marvel, so adults can no longer buy Pokemon cards in Japan.
What? I'm moving.
I don't live in Japan. All right. Microsoft says commercial use of fusion produced energy will be available within 5 years. Shredder becomes the Green Power Ranger. I'm down with Shredder being the Green Power Ranger. They found it. Oh, Cleopatra's tomb. They found Cleopatra's tomb, y'all. Huh. Interesting. All these new interesting articles. So yeah, like I said, I've been trying to find new stuff on China. But like nothing's popping up. Some restaurants pop up. Yeah, so it won't even show up on Google at all. Because Night God 333 was the first guy or whatever. He was the first dude to come up with that dragons video, and I was like, okay. Well, it looked kind of like at first because it came from Night God right away. I was like, it seems sketch. Must look deeper. Dragons are real.
Hell yeah, they are.
I'm not doubting. I'm just saying, like,
There's a group of people that say that dragons were real. So around the same time period in China, South America, Africa, all these different Rome, all these places, images depicted people fighting dragons, right? And every dragon was slightly different, but it was all a giant, scaly animal that could fly. So when you break that down, you think about the fact that large birds had a hard time being fossilized because their bones are so porous. The group that says this, basically they're saying the evidence is the reason there's no fossils of dragons is because they had bird bones and they were actually very delicate animals. But a handful of these small population of these giant flying lizards existed and basically encompassed all these different countries where they all depicted fighting dragons in their own way. And they were all killed off by, knights or whatever it is, and then didn't fossilize. There's a group of people that worldwide trust.
what say you? How do you feel about that theory?
I mean, I guess I can see where it can be believable.
Bird brains, that was like one of those moments like I had that little mini explosion inside my head, like, oh, that's totally what could happen to the fossils of dragons is they don't exist.
Which would then explain why that one that they supposedly did find would be such a big deal because they found it frozen, so it was
Right.
intact.
Exactly, it didn't decompose, didn't have time to.
So
yeah, that's definitely interesting.
There's some possibilities there.
I think it's crazy, but for like dragons to be, but then that means like a dragon that's as big as me, I could pick it up and throw it. Like it would be that light.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an interesting.
Well, just because it doesn't have weight mass in its bones doesn't mean it doesn't have weight mass in its muscles.
Well, no, it would still have that, but I mean, like, think about it. An eagle with a 6 foot span, humans can still pick that up.
Yeah. And
That's a
I saw a huge eagle today, not far from my house. It was a big
those
son of
birds.
a bitch.
Those are some big
It
birds.
was man, he
So
was a big guy. He was looking chunky and healthy, well fed.
yeah. So that's why I was thinking, like, man, we could probably pick those bigger dragons up, like, if that's the case with them. Oh, I don't know any. Let's see. Let's search up. We got some things to search up on the board. Let's see. Looking for strange creatures that wash up during oil spills. This is something once a week. I think once or twice a week. I'll check this. I'll check and see if anything new has popped up. Usually nothing new does pop up, but it never hurts to look. I'm just getting some turtles and some seagulls and some pelicans right now. That's all we're getting. Okay. Let's see. UFO cave sightings. Oh wow. We're actually getting lots of hits on a whole bunch of things. They don't come in peace. What? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. U.S. military reports 700 UFO sightings in 2022. No, duh. Oh, they have a map? Snap. Oh, damn. Dang. Dang. Okay, so we've had some UFO sightings. Let's see. 6/5/2004 at 10:30 at night in Wisconsin, just north of Eau Claire, south of New Auburn. Moving lights. Investigator says probably Venus or Jupiter. Date posted was 6/18/2004. It's crazy that you can look this stuff up and get like just on tip information about this stuff. Dude, there was a sighting up on Lake Superior. There was a couple. 2008 at 10 o'clock at night. Duration was 20 minutes. Strobing orange craft changed positions instantaneously. They reported it on. Almost a whole month later, they reported it. Some people don't know how to report right away, so that's another one less than 30 miles away from the last spot, but this one was in 2001. So this one was before. Duration 180 seconds, so 3 minutes. Two lights and a swath of light in front, moving noiselessly, retaining relative position, high in the atmosphere, disappears into the horizon. Interesting. What are these? Oh, just places you can go to get close to them. So that's as closest to us. And then there's a whole bunch of sightings over in Illinois. And then it just blows up and by Nevada and New Mexico and Arizona. Just blows up over there. Let's see. The East Coast, not too much. All right. Let's see. In Virginia, just north of Arlington. Let's see what happened here. 10 seconds. It was just a 10-second UFO. Clover. They don't give you any information. Some of these people. Henrico. Alien sightings. 2014 at 7:45. Circle shaped. 2 seconds. He only saw it for 2 seconds. But he has a photo. Clarksville. 1995. For 80 minutes, a woman reports sighting disc-shaped object with flashing red and green lights, stationary, possibly a twinkling star. I like that they also give the investigators the rebuttal report or whatever you want to call it. Wow. Okay, so this is weird. Let's see what are these sightings? 2009, North Carolina, cylinder shape, saw it for 30 seconds. Okay. 2001, 10 minutes, triangle shaped spaceships, highlights. So this looks like this is weird. What's Devil Island, Micaville? Snaggy Mountain. Let's I don't get it. Um oh, Bear Dark Sky Observatory. That might be why you're getting a whole bunch of UFOs in your area. Within like 100 miles radius in this region, there's it looks like a pentagram or a pentagram, 5 point star. And then dead in the center is an observatory. It's pretty weird. Yeah, like almost like spot dead center in this. It's so crazy. Are there any more like that? More of those pentagram shaped ones? No. Well, there's my UFO search for the night, checking some of those out. That was fun. Just gotta hit all the notes, you know. There was a UFO, there was a Sasquatch sighting recently.
I do always like those.
But let's see, I'm not sure what they called it. I think they called it they didn't call it a Sasquatch or a Bigfoot. They called it something man. A dog man. There we go. So yeah, there was a report. I just got it. I went through it and everything. I watched it all, looked through it. And they were talking. I don't remember if it was on YouTube or like TikTok or whatever, but they were talking about the dog man, and that there was a report of them seeing the dog man, and that it like followed them and stuff for a good, I think it was like 2 or 3 miles. No, I'm not seeing the video here. No. Sad, sad day. Yep. Well, I think that's going to bring us towards the end of our show. We've been here for an hour and 50 minutes, and we've been having a nice, quiet, good night. Got through some Magic shuffling and played some games and talked about some things. So let's go ahead and give it an end to the show tonight, and we shall see you guys next week on the next Late Night L.O.A.D.
To the Late Night L.O.A.D. The Late Night L.O.A.D. Welcome to the Late Night L.O.A.D.